The DrumCat has its own little built-in sequencer. It's called a motif generator. We'll explain how that works later on the instrument, but right now, when you're in the control mode, that's in control in the top line. The second line, we're going to move from tap tempo to motif. Now, right to the right side of the motif, there are 4 sets of black squares. This is where you call up to 4 different motifs on the same pad. So if I call up this, then that means, for example, now that when I strike this pad, it's going to play motif 1, motif 2, and motif 8 at the same time. And you can have up to 4 if you want to. Now on the third line, you tell the DrumCat how you want these motifs to play. If it's set to once, it's going to just play the sequence once and come to an end. If I play it in a mode called slice mode, it means it's going to play that motif, that little sequencer, up to a value of an eighth note, or a triplet, or a quarter note, or a half note, or a whole note, or 2 whole notes. It's a really cool feature where you can play back your sequence in little chunks as you play it. Or you can have your motif play infinitely. This is like a latch. You play the loop once, and it plays forever until you strike the pad again. Now the tempo of those motifs that you're calling up can be controlled right here so that when you strike the pad, it's going to play that tempo. Or you can have it be slaved. And what slaved means is that it's going to assume the tempo of the kit. When you're in play mode, the kit tempo is displayed. If you want to change that, you can store in another section of the DrumCat a specific tempo. We'll show you that later. But if you go to a tap tempo pad and you start tapping away, it's checking out the speed of your hits, and then those motifs will play to the tempo that you just set up in your tap tempo pad when set to slave.